Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Maricel again. In today's video, let's talk about K1 interview, my interview experience and tips. Are you ready? Let's do it. So an interview is one of the most important parts of being granted a visa, particularly when you're claiming to be someone else's fiancé. Generally speaking, every visa request would require its applicants to go through an interview, but the K1 interview would be slightly different. In essence, a K1 visa would dive deeper into your history and intention compared to, say, a work visa. For some, the K1 visa interview questions might seem a little scary and way too personal. It's only natural to be scared for these questions, but if you are prepared, then there is no reason why you should fail the interview. So what is the K1 visa interview format? The format will generally differ from embassy to embassy, but generally speaking, there are less than 100 categorized questions that you will have to answer about yourself, your fiancé, and other aspects regarding the relationship. In essence, the interview should last something between 15 and 20 minutes. It will involve you, your fiancé, your relationship, and your plans. Now, the question is how to prepare for your fiancé visa interview. A consular officer will generally not ask all the questions in the list. You may have around 8 to 9 questions available, but the chances are that they will only ask about 50 to 30 of them. Still, bear in mind that this interview is not an interrogation, but a chance for the consular to get to know you better and confirm the validity of your relationship. If you are in love and have known each other for a while, your first instinct might be to discard the questionnaire because you think you know everything. However, within those questions, some issues that the two of you not yet discussed might appear. Knowing their answer directly from the source might prevent you from being caught off guard, and therefore will allow you to answer the questions naturally. To prepare for the interview, here are the tasks that you might want to check. Number 1 is to gather the interview items. You might think that because it's an interview, you might not have to bring anything with you directly, but you do. Here are the checklists I have prepared and brought to the interview with me. So this is the sample checklist I've made and prepared, which I brought to the interview. So for the petitioner side, I have prepared the passport bio page of my fiancé, copy of it, the passport stamped on blank pages, certificate of naturalization, the updated letter of intent, which is addressed to the USM. It must be original. The copy of your 129F packet, NOA1 and NOA2, NVC letter, Form I-134 Affidavit of Support must be an original, Form 1040 for the last 3 years or the most recent one, withholding tax statement, IRS tax transcripts, pay stubs for the last 3 months, certificate of employment, birth certificate, sinumar, and divorce decree. And in my end, I have prepared this for my eligibility documents. So my valid passport, which is the original, the bio page, stamped and blank pages, the DS-160, the confirmation page of that, the interview appointment confirmation form, the MRV slip, or which is the visa fee, the medical result of your medical from SLEC, letter of intent to marry, the 2x2 US visa photo, birth certificate, sanumar, which is a valid one, not a expired one. It must be 6 months valid before it expired, and the NBI clearance, and some evidence of relationship, which is the photo album, airline ticket, boarding passes, hotel and receipt reservations. So emails, gifts, video call, screenshot, remittances. Okay, so these are the documents I have prepared and brought to the U.S. Embassy interview. Alright, now that you have gathered all the interview items or documents, you should also review your I-129F petition, so the copy of it. Before going on the interview, read the I-129F petition form that your fiancé has filed for you. You should be familiar with all the data written in it. If there is an information that has changed in that document, you should have supporting documents so that your case is not delayed or you won't receive 221G. When you start getting ready for your visa interview, make sure that you and your spouse or your fiancé go over the potential K1 visa interview questions. So that's what we did. We practiced it. So it's like my fiancé was the consul officer and I was like the interviewer. So that's how you can test if you know better or you know well your partner. So here are some visa interview questions that you might want to consider based on my experience. So when I had my interview, the first screening was with a Filipina. It was a Filipina. I don't know if she was a consul, but it was on the first screening. I was asked these questions. So what are my name and birthday? Where were I born? How did we meet with my fiancé? Does he have kids? Does he married before? And after that was the final interview with the American Consul on Windows 65. So same questions. What are my name and birthday? Where and when we met? If my fiancé have kids, fiancé have pets, and that's it. Those are the only questions I've got during the interview. Then the consul said, "Congratulations on your engagement. I will approve your visa. Please wait 2 weeks to have this delivered to you." And guess what? No single document was asked from me. It's crazy, huh? But yeah, it happened. So to conclude, bear in mind that not every applicant will have the same experience as mine. So please do some research for some K1 interview questions and practice it with your fiancé, your partner. Please prepare all the documents that may be required and answer the questions naturally as possible. It's always better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. Right. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video and we'll see you in my next videos. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you and God bless.